Hello and happy Friday Eve from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com, and happy official hurricane season. El Nino, whoa, actually that's supposed to help, so maybe that'll tamp it down. Ain't gonna be any June Swoon around here, but as for these guys, I don't want to talk about it this morning. You lose a series to the Twins, it's not supposed to happen. Some people just like to gripe for no apparent reason. BB and I were just discussing this on our morning walk with Frankie. People will do these nasty restaurant reviews and they'll mention dishes that aren't even on the menu just because they want to make somebody miserable. Okay, well, here's the sports analogy. I don't understand why the ABC/ESPN frontline NBA announce team, Breen, Van Gundy, Jackson, I don't understand why they take so much public crap. They are just excellent, both individually and collectively, and they will do a really good job of describing the Denver Nuggets' first ever NBA championship. Wimby Watch, his debut in a Spurs uni may come in Sacramento in a small 6-team summer league called the California Classic. That event, of course, precedes the big annual 30-team summer league in Las Vegas. Okay, whatever our jobs, whatever we do for a living, we all think we spend too much time in meetings, right? Well, that was recently the case for the Patriots. You know, the NFL busted them for exceeding off-season player meeting time limits. As punishment, they took away 2 OTAs. That's no big deal. Now, the hoodie says that he's the head coach, so as such, it's ultimately his responsibility. But the specific violation appears to have resulted from 3 special teams workshops scheduled by assistant coach Joe Judge. Belichick says it was an honest mistake and that he has Judge's back. Special teams workshops? That couldn't have been handled with some emails, says every worker in America. This is pretty cool. The mandatory CPR training that everybody in the NFL now has to undergo. This is very cool. It paid off in a wonderful way last weekend. Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris was vacationing with his family at the Encore Hotel in Las Vegas when he saw a young boy drowning in the pool. Okay, well, the boy's father got him out of the pool and carried him to a lifeguard, and fortunately there was also a doctor there, but Morris knew exactly what to do. He knew he could track down the hotel's AED equipment, that's automatic external defibrillator, and he knew how to use it and he knew what to do. By the way, that's the very same technology that saved DeMar Hamlin. Wonderful story. And talk about people being mean. Titans rookie quarterback Will Levis apparently, reportedly, had a rocky practice yesterday. Bad reads, bad throws, he fumbled. This, of course, made for dire headlines in Nashville. I'm pretty sure that won't be the last crappy practice that Will or any other rookie quarterback has. Everybody relax. That's why you do it again on Thursday, right? Another chance to get it right. As for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, that calf tweak, no big deal. He'll be back full speed next week. But what the Jets are really excited about, their second-year running back, Breece Hall. Remember, he was just tearing it up last year as a rookie and seemed vectored for Offensive Rookie of the Year until he tore his knee up. His rehab is going well, and he's going to be good to go, and that is good news. I would say that Patriots captain Matthew Slater has some professional credibility after 16 years in the NFL and 10 Pro Bowl appearances as a special teamer. So when Slater talks, I listen, and he talked yesterday, and he said that he thinks that the NFL's new kickoff fair catch rule doesn't really have anything to do with player safety. It's about the appearance of being concerned about player safety. I can't say he's wrong. Can you? One basketball note, the Warriors could be an absolute hot mess next season. Folks in that organization are not just not on the same page, they're not in the same library right now. All right, fair's fair. Coach endeavors to be an honest guy. I'll say this for Kevin McCarthy, his Wednesday high wire act was something that would have made the Flying Walendas proud. So let's see what happens in the Senate today. So here's what the orange one says and said. I have no classified documents. Remember when he said that to the Crimson Tide's Caitlin Collins on CNN? I have no classified documents. Well, you're busted, LaRange, again, because you're on tape admitting that you did and that they were not declassified. Essentially, you just confessed again. And you see a pattern here? How are we so sure that this guy is a serial criminal? Because he tells us all the time, take any allegation, take any charge, take any pending charge out there. And the reason you know it's valid is because he's admitted all of it. And still, the cultists will not listen. And then there is what I'm dubbing the Texas trickle down. How can any sane person defend Kenny Boy Paxton? Well, clearly no sane person can, but that's the problem because sanity has lost the building. This was just incredible to me yesterday. My favorite Wednesday social media post was by a Paxton apologist who claimed that Kenny Boy is just a victim of a dim/lib conspiracy. Do you know how red this state is? Do you know how crimson red the Texas House is? This is his own party, but still you feel free to just invent these things groundlessly. And then this same person wants to say, well, and anyway, the charges are no big deal. Bribery? Misappropriation of public funds? Official intimidation, extortion, securities fraud, abuse of office, retaliation? That's a whole lot of scandals going on. Now, one can only conclude then that the cult doesn't just tolerate these scandals, they like them. In fact, they demand them. Pence is running for president. No doubt he will paint the campaign trail beige. Now, Christie's a different deal. Now, he's not going to win the GOP nomination, but he's going to stir things up, little darling. I guarantee you. Christie is a lot of things, many of them unsavory and hypocritical, but he is not stupid. So he distinguishes himself in that party, in that area to some degree, and he'll go after Trump, and he will lure Trump into doing and saying some other stuff that will really, really seal his doom. And let me just say this. I like that a great deal. Let me save you and NASA some time. Are we alone in the universe in terms of intelligent life? Oh, just hell no. Do the math. Even if you've just got rudimentary Lockhart High School math skills like I do the math. And is the notion that we're alone, is that the ultimate in human arrogance? And there's nothing we're better at than being arrogant as a species. I'm looking for some good things today and hoping the same thing for you. And you guys better pick it up. We are radically rational.